So before we start this video, I actually got brand new headphones. So yeah. So what do you think, guys, in the comments? Does it sound good, or is it sound glitchy just like before? So yeah. So let us begin the video. Hello guys. I am back from another video, and today we're talking about what if Deku had a Digimon. So in the last video, Deku, well after well the entrance exam, Izuku started going to UA with Elizabeth. So when they get there, they were basically praised by the rest of the students, mostly because they defeated the zero pointer. And not only that, Bako absolutely hated them. Mostly Izuku, because he believed that he's supposed to be the winner here. He only believed in himself. He only believes that he's the only hero. He believes that he should be praised. So, when they started doing the whole, how do I say it? The whole quirk assessment test, Izuku did it with fine colors. So, because of that, Bakugo felt rage for Izuku. So, because of that, after the first day of UA, Bakugo now hated Izuku. So, yeah, after that, they started going to the digital world to basically talk with Yggdrasil about, well, Lucamon. They didn't find any information about Lucamon's whereabouts, so yeah. So, after that, they started going to sleep in Elizabeth's, crappy apartment. So, yeah, so let's talk about what happens next. So, the first day, I meant the second day of UA, as in second, I mean the, well, it's Thursday. So, Thursday comes up as it's the day that's where they're going to be having, a special class. So, Izuku is basically waiting as some of the students, including a girl by the name of Jiro, says, apparently we're going to have a special class. Apparently it's called Heroics. As Izuku thinks in his mind, including, well, wait for a second, I got something in mind. Including Elizabeth's mind, they say a special class. Huh. So it's called Heroics, says Izuku in his mind. As Izuku thinks, it's probably some sort of like class that is where they're going to be doing, hero work. As they hear this, they hear I'm coming to the door like a normal person. As they also hear this, wait, honey, what do you do? As they basically see the door basically broke open. As they see two different people come out. One of which was a girl with, green hair, green eyes, and not only that, she has seems to be floating, and the other one seems to be, All Might. Izuku sees. Wait for a second. As everybody sees that it's All Might, as they say, "Wait, it's All Might!" As they start celebrating, as the other, um, as the rest of the students. Wait, that's the Green Wind! As they basically start celebrating as well. As Izuku says, "Who the heck is the Green Wind?" As one of the students basically says, well, that's All Might's wife. And she's the second best hero. I mean, yeah, she's the second best hero, says another. As after all, says the person, she is, the greatest well psychic quirk user. Izuku thinks in his mind, interesting. So, one of them being Todoroki basically looks at Izuku and the Green Wind. If you realize that the Green Wind is actually Inko Midoriya, you're pretty smart. So, he basically says in his mind, why did you look similar? Is Izuku her love child? But I only remember that the Green Wind, aka Inko Midoriya, and, All Might are actually, only had one child, being Izumi, which is Izuku's long lost sister. So when All Might basically says, well, All Might basically says this. All right, we're gonna start our heroes class, but first, what's with a hero without his or her costume? Wait for a second. Everybody gets their costumes except for Elizabeth and Izuku. So wait for a second. One of the students, being Todoroki, says, "Wait, you forgot Izuku and Elizabeth." As All Might says, "Oh, sorry about that. But they didn't really ask for a hero costume." As they say, "What?" As Izuku says, "Yeah, we already have hero costumes ourselves. We made them." As for Elizabeth, she says, "Yeah, we already made ours." So yeah. So when they started going into the locker room, everybody is finally out. Everybody's complimenting each other's costumes as they see Izuku's and Elizabeth's hero costumes. It's just basically this, his like uniform when he's doing work in the, well, doing work in the digital world. As they say, "Whoa, your costume looks great, Izuku." As Reiko says, Yeah, looks great, Izuku." As Izuku says, "Why, thank you." Anyway, so what is this activity supposed to do? So, All Might says, including well, Inko, aka the Green Wind, basically says, "All right, all three of you, as in all three of you, you're gonna be having, well, teams of three. These teams are going to be either the hero and the villain. So, team one, as in team one, will be the villains, and team two will be the heroes. So, Izuku was picked for well, team one, which they are going to be the villains. So, Izuku was well, waiting for, well, who's going to be Izuku's teammates, and apparently Izuku's teammates were Elizabeth and Reiko. So Izuku is basically, well, doesn't seem to be happy at all, but he's okay with that. So Reiko says, "I'll do my best." As Elizabeth says, "Yeah, do it. Let's do it." So Izuku is going to be fighting Ochako, Ida, and Bakugo. So when they started going into the, well, the fake building, Izuku tells, well, Reiko to basically scout by using her quirk, and for, well, well, Elizabeth, she's going to be using her quirk to basically, well, transform into, well, a half human, half spider hybrid and create webs for traps. So, when Bakugo starts charging in by using his quirk, he basically says, "I'm coming for you, nerd! I can't wait to burn you!" As he basically gets trapped in the webs. As he says, "What the hell is this?" As Izuku basically handcuffs him, as it's pretty easy. So, everybody in like the, well, waiting room basically say, "Wow, Izuku's actually pretty talented." As Inko and, well, Toshinori, they basically say to themselves, "Huh, interesting. Their teamwork is actually quite good, but Bakugo's team seems to be, well, well, how do I say it? Wait for a second. In disarray. So sorry about that. It was just my, well, aunt." So Izuku starts walking over there into, well, the upstairs, as Reiko starts distracting Ochako. As Izuku sees Ida, as Ida says, "Take this!" by using his quirk to basically propel his legs and start kicking much more faster. Izuku creates wings, is like Beelzebub is, well, Beelzemon type wings. Izuku starts flying, as Izuku flown right past, well, Ida, and basically touched the bomb as Izuku's team wins. So, after the rest of the matches, well, All Might and Inko basically say that Izuku's team won because of his, leadership. As Bakugo says, "What the hell? I'm supposed to be the winner. I'm supposed to be the best." As Izuku says, "Well, your team was in disarray after all. You need to act more like a leader, not like a tyrant." As he says, "Say that again, nerd, and I'll explode you." Izuku says, "Terrorist." As he says, "Sir." For, Ochako and, well, Ida, they basically say to themselves, yeah, Bakugo's quite a tyrant. So, yeah. So, the next day comes as it's Friday. That's where there's SJ. So, wait for a second, guys. So, Izuku basically Izuku brings his Digivice, including roses. I meant roses. I meant Elizabeth's Digivice, because they need to be prepared. Just because, apparently Yggdrasil basically tells Izuku that they're going to be attacked at the USJ. So yeah, so Izuku, while riding on the bus, one of the students, or one of Izuku's classmates, they basically say, "Hey, everybody, I wanted to ask all of you, what are your quirks and what did they do?" So, when it's Izuku's turn, Izuku says, "Well, my quirk is called, well, data transfer. Well, I'm able to basically absorb data." As they say, "Wait, data?" Izuku says, "Yeah, absorb the data of, well, well, cyberpunk games and, fantasy type games, and that is why I have wings and a laser cannon for an arm." As they say, "Whoa, that's actually quite cool." Izuku says, "Yeah." So, when Aizawa hears that, he basically says to himself, "Interesting kid." So, when they made it to the USJ, Izuku is basically putting his hands in his pocket, and in the pockets are basically his, digivices. So, Izuku is basically looking everywhere, including Elizabeth. So, with her digivice, she's basically looking around as well, but she's not showing it. She's just um putting her hand in her pocket. So, when they made it to the USJ proper, that is where they're going to be training. They basically see a portal. Wait for a second. Everybody sees these weird creatures, but to Izuku and Elizabeth, they were Digimon. Not only that, they were dark area Digimon. There's Devimon, Marine Devimon, Sky Devimon, like different types of Devimon. As they see in the middle, two people, one of which was a man with, well, he really needs to get some chapstick, and also has several hands wrapped around him. The other one was a man with, well, he Izuku doesn't even know that he has a head. Izuku thinks that he's like, that he doesn't even have a head. It's just smoke with two glowing yellow eyes. And he's also looks like a butler. He basically raises his hand and basically teleports them all into different areas of the, USJ. Izuku wakes up as Izuku sees, well, that he's with Elizabeth and Froppy. As Froppy says, "Where am I?" As Izuku says, "It seems that we're in some sort of place where quirk users that have, marine quirks use, train." As, um, Elizabeth says, "Yeah, it seems as well." As Izuku sees a girl, as the girl transforms into a Digimon. Not only that, she transforms into, a Digimon using the, well, If you know Digimon Frontier, well, you're probably pretty old. So, she transforms into Digimon, as she says, Digi, Spirit, as she starts transforming, as she says, Hellamon. Her body transformed into a Digimon. She wields a scythe, as she says, Go, my marine Digimon. I meant marine Devimon. Attack these stupid children. As Froppy says, What What the hell? I'm not ready for this. Izuku says, Hey, Elizabeth, let's do this. As she says, Oh, babe, I've been waiting for a long time. As Froppy says, What are you talking about? As Izuku says, Well, it's a long story, but there's no time to tell that story, but let's do this then, Elizabeth. As she says, Yep. So, she basically summons out, well, as she says, Digimantle of Light. As, Vmon starts transforming, digivolving into Gargoylemon. As Gargoylemon starts destroying all of the Marine Devimon. As she says, as in she says, I meant, Froppy says, What the heck? What what are these creatures? As Zuko says, no time to, tell the story, but guess I'll have some fun as well. Hey, Jesmon. As Jesmon says, finally, wait for a second. As Jesmon starts charging in and basically starts slicing all of these these Sky Devimon. As Izuku says, come out. Nemesis Agumon, Nemesis Gabumon. As they say, right, master. As Izuku says, Nemesis Agumon, Nemesis Gabumon, Digivolve too. As they transform, they say, Nemesis Agumon, Digivolve to Diablos Greymon. And for, Nemesis Gabumon, she digivolves into Angelos Garurumon. So, they start tearing all of these Sky Devimon apart. So, after they destroyed them, Izuku tells, Nemesis, Diablos Greymon to basically Froppy over the water. As he says, fine, fine. So, she's basically afraid. She starts asking questions, saying, What are you... What are these creatures? As Izuku says, no time to talk. As Izuku sees the girl, Izuku says, What's her name? As she says, The name's Rose. And, I'm bored. I'm joining with you. As Izuku says, Wait, what? As she says, I'm only Oh, sorry about that. Wait. I joined this villain group just because, I needed money. So, I'm done with that, so I can be arrested, I guess. So, Izuku basically says, Fine then, you're gonna be staying with Froppy. As she says, no. As she says, Fine. She transforms back into a human. As she says, Alright, I surrender. So, Izuku came out of the, situation as Izuku basically sees, Aizawa being beaten down by, a Rhinomon. And if you don't know what is a Rhinomon, it's also a part of the dark area. Even though it's also, a Patamon, a Patamon, wait for a second, a Patamon armor digivolution. And not only that, it's also the Digimantle of Miracles, Patamon, armor evolution, which is completely weird. Sorry about that. My rant is over. So, yeah. So, after Aizawa gets pummeled to the ground, Izuku says, Damn it. Guess I'll have to bring in the big guns. As Izuku says, Now, come to me, darkness and light. As Nemesis Agumon transforms back, including Nemesis Gabumon, start transforming into their ultimate. As an ultimate form, I mean this. Nemesis Agumon says, "This Agumon digivolve to," as they digivolve, as they say, "Mon." As for Nemesis Gabumon, she says, "Come on, digivolve too," as she transforms into basically the angel, as she says this. She says, "Paradiso Garurumon." They basically start charging in. As for Jesmon, he starts taking down the rest of these Digimon, mostly Devimon. And for Izuku and his Digimon, they basically start charging in as Izuku summons out his railgun arm as he starts destroying that Rhinomon as Izuku defeats him, basically exploding him with his I meant laser cannon, I meant rail cannon arm, as Izuku says to Shigaraki. Izuku says, "Who the hell are you?" As he says, "Nice to meet you." And then Shigaraki, "We are a part of this brand new group. A brand new group of villains. Known as the Digimon Human Alliance. We're going to be saving this world from its own doom." As in its own doom, I mean destroying every single one of you stupid humans. But, but even though I am human, but I don't care. I don't even care about humanity. As Izuku says, you monsters!" As they say, "Shut up. I'll be leaving." So, Izuku starts charging up his blast, but it's already too late. They're already, well, they already disappear. As Izuku says, "Damn it!" Jesmon says, "Don't worry, Izuku." As Izuku says, "Dang it. It was my last chance to finally..." When everybody gets out of their, situation, they basically see Izuku and these weird creatures around Izuku, including, Elizabeth. So, yeah. So, after that, after that whole situation, they started leaving. Except for Izuku, Elizabeth, and, that girl being named Rose. So, they were sent to, the principal's office. And in the principal's office, there's All Might and also other heroes. Mostly the top 10 heroes. As one of them being, All Might says, "Alright, mind telling me what are those creatures that you summoned?" So yeah, I'm gonna be leaving that at a cliffhanger. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. Comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.